Alright, let's talk about my video gear.
Okay, so here's my new camera. This is the Panasonic Lumix G7. It's a micro 4/3 mirrorless camera. I picked this up from Adorama Camera Shop. They're based out of New York City, and it's kind of like a B&H Photo if you know them as well. I got the camera on sale during the Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales. The end result was I paid $500, no tax, free delivery, and they also included a $50 gift certificate that just was delivered with the camera and that I could use right away. And then they also have a 4% kickback for members, and so that comes out to another $20. So I'll use that once I get that. I think it comes in 30 days. Got this camera. It's a light. I really wanted it so I can use multiple lenses, which are good. So I'll probably be upgrading to one for a low light lens, and then also something with a zoom I would prefer. Really want to use it for like on top of the bridges, being able to focus down into the water to like explain fish reactions to line thicknesses or seeing hooks or baits not being presented naturally and how they react and that kind of stuff. I also like to be doing some new type of features for this new year. So just basically wanted a little bit better camera that I could do a little bit more things with. All this equipment here was basically purchased strictly on recommendations since I don't know cameras. This Panasonic G7 got outstanding ratings across the board. I think it's actually been out for 2 years, and I'm pretty certain it's probably still one of the best sellers. From entry level all the way to professional level, all the people pretty much say you really can't beat it. Bang for the buck. It also does 4K, which is a big benefit, although I have no use for that because my internet provider sucks and my computer doesn't work with it, and my monitor or TV wouldn't work with it. So, but anyways, I picked it up primarily just because of that. Everybody had excellent reviews. I paired that off with a shotgun microphone. This is the Takstar SGC 598. This is another one of those budget specials where you can spend $200 on a Rode microphone, or for $22.50 I got this Takstar. Has some comparable features. This one uses a AA battery with an on-off switch. It's got a 10 decibel increase, volume increase, and then it also has kind of like a sound stabilizer built in, which is also nice. It was nice that the G7 has the external mic port, so that's good. The other part I got was this tripod, which is a Slick U8000. This is actually an old school tripod. I think it's been out for almost, I don't know, 7-8 years. Back then it was state of the art, but guys still use this quite a bit because it's rugged. It's a heavy duty aluminum frame. Does really well on the adjustments. It even has the 90-degree flop on it. So I was more than happy to pick that up for like 45 bucks. But anyways, that is the standard camera unit that I added. So I'll be using this more often. Won't be using it on the water, but for other type of things. So I'm going to switch over, start using that camera, and then go over my other video stuff.
Okay, now we're filming on the G7. I'll go over the rest of my filming stuff. I will add that on the Panasonic right now is offering a mail-in rebate for 2 additional years on your manufacturer's warranty. So you go from a 1-year to a 3-year with just a mail-in rebate. So that's also a good deal. I think it goes through April, extends through April, so definitely a good addition there. Save some money in the long run. Now for the rest of my gear, the next unit I use a lot is the GoPro 3 Black. Not the Plus, just the 3 Black. That's been my first camera that I started with. I've relegated it to the Mr. Long Arm extension stick. So I use it predominantly for my budget drone shots up in the air, my underwater footage, and then I also use it for the shark sticking. Keep those guys back away from the kayak when they start getting rowdy. But does a pretty good job. Only negative on it I could say is the battery life is kind of poopy, and low light, and audio is difficult. So my buddy David bought me a GoPro Hero 4 Silver in appreciation for putting him on a bunch of bucket list fish when he was down here over the summertime. But excellent GoPro, really helped out my channel a lot, because what it did is, what the Silver has is that it has the back video screen, touch screen, so you can actually see what you're filming, and then it's got a touch screen menu that's easy to use. But I actually don't use that because it burns through the batteries. What really is the kicker for me is that because of that touch screen, they developed a back door that has, they took like the naked back door, the skeleton back door, and then they put a light plastic film across the back so that you're still able to use the touch screen. And what that's done is allowed me to have pretty good audio. And that's helped a lot for the commentary on the water and so forth, where I couldn't do that before. Now with that back door, what it allows me to do is, with that audio, I get very good audio if I use the head mount. That's why you'll see most of my videos I have this on my head. It's because that audio really picks up very well, being very close. I do have the chest mount. The problem with the chest mount is twofold. One is I can't really wear it with my life jacket. And two, anytime something brushes against it, it just gets that gnarly crackling noise, and then the volume dips for a while until it captures and ramps back up again. So it's kind of a hassle. I will use it for, like, if I'm actually fishing onshore, or I do like to use it when I'm fly fishing, because I think it gives a nice effect of seeing the fly action there. But those are the GoPros I use. I also have a little tripod, GoPro brand tripod / selfie stick. I also have the same Wasabi Power brand batteries. I use 2 spare batteries for each one of the GoPros, and I have 32 micro SD cards for each camera. Then I carry 2 16 micro SDs as backup for those cards, because I do go through a lot of memory. And a tip, if you change one, change them both and start fresh. It'll give you a good cutoff point, and it'll save all of that footage up to that point. Because what'll happen sometimes, if you change out just the battery, or you just change out just the card, for some reason things will happen, and it'll error out for some reason, and then you'll lose all that footage. It'll just give you an error, and you can't pull out any of it, and it just sucks. So it's better to just make it a stopping point, change out both of them, put the old battery and the old SD card away, and you know that you're golden on those, and then going forward you have a new starting point. Just a tip. Trust me, definitely do that. Outside of that, for backing up my videos, I use a LG NAS, which is a hard drive, external hard drive backup, network backup. And I use these, basically I just run 1 terabyte external hard drives. It has 2 bays, so I can just slip 2 bays of 2 terabytes each, and then I can fill those up. When those are filled up, I think I'm paying around $30 for a terabyte hard drive. Swap it out, and then I just keep filling those up as we go. Uses up a lot of data, video does, so that comes in handy. Outside of that, I've got a bunch of little knick-knack cables, chargers, cleaning cloths, big old box full of adapters, GoPro adapters and stuff. But this is primarily all the stuff that I use right here, and I think we are good. So I hope that explains some stuff, and thanks for watching.